Okay. Sure. Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel CodersArcade. Just 1 second. 1 second. लगा लीजिए, कोई बात नहीं. Okay. I hope I am audible, guys. Am I audible? Just let's wait for the confirmation whether I am audible or not, then we'll start. Okay. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Yeah, fine. So let's start. Okay guys, so today is the next live session in Java and we were actually covering bitwise operators, right? So now before even starting, I just want to do one thing. We have actually covered one question and I had asked you one question in the last live session, right? This was the question, finding the non-repeating element in an array. So let me just do one thing, let me just write down the question for you on the IDE so that you can understand better about the question. Okay, then we'll again come back and try to even rectify it or debug it better. Okay, so let me just go back to my IDE here. Let me just write down the question for you. Okay, so as I said, I have an array ARR is equal to, say, I have 1 2 3, I have 6 and I have 3 2 1. Okay, and in Java we actually write the array like this, correct? So this is the proper way of declaring an array. And then say I have a variable called result is equal to, let me say it is 0 in the beginning. Fine. And now I will just use a single for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than ARR dot length. Guys, if you are not understanding some of the codes that I am writing, don't worry about it. We will discuss better about this when we are learning properly about arrays. But right now I just want to focus on the quotient. That's it, nothing else. Okay. So I equal to 0, I less than the length of the array. So it will go from 0 to n minus 1, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 0 to 6. Okay, and I will say I plus plus. Then here I will say nothing for the time being. I will just print the result. The element is, I will use concatenation and I will concatenate the result. Okay guys, this concatenation and all, we will talk about this properly when you are learning really about strings and arrays and everything. For the time being, just try to understand this. I have asked you this question. The question has an array where I have 7 elements, 1 2 3 3 2 1, and in the middle you can see there is a non-repeating element which is 6, right? And this question has been asked a lot in placement drives. Okay, Capgemini, TCS, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, you name it, many big companies has asked this question, and this question can be very easily solved by bitwise operators. That's why after explaining you about bitwise operators, I really asked you this question. Okay, so the question was something like this. As I said, you have to find this non-repeating element 6 in this array. See here, all the other elements are repeated at least twice, 1 1 2 2 3 3, and you can see 6 has not been repeated. And here I have a variable called result which is initialized to 0, and after this for loop they have said that you have to find the 6 with the time complexity O of n, that is linear time complexity. That means only one for loop. That was the question. Okay, and you have to do some changes in this part of the code here inside this for loop so that the final answer is 6, correct? So can anyone tell me, like, how do you go about solving this question? And I will tell you, TCS NQT and TCS Ninja also have asked this question many times. Okay, and the hint is all the bitwise operators that we have learned till now, actually they will help you in learning more about this, in understanding and solving this problem. Can you try it? And if any one of you has the answer, you can tell the answer in the comment section. I'll be very happy and I will try to check the answers that you are giving. Or else, if you don't understand, if you just remember one thing, that can easily solve this question. The logic was bitwise operators. As I said, what bitwise operator can you use to ignore the repeating elements and take up the non-repeating element? How can you do it? Can you just tell me? Just think for a while. So if you think about the, let me just go back to my here. So what I will do is, I will take a pencil and say, suppose I am writing something like this. Try to understand, okay? I am writing 1, 2, let me take the pen, 2, 3, 1 second. Okay guys, I think there is some issue with this. Let me just do one thing. Let me go to my note and try to do it there. I don't know why it is not. Just a moment, ये काम नहीं कर रहा है. अच्छी काम नहीं कर रहा है. So as I said, I have नीचे हाथ क्यों आ रहा है? तो एक काम करते हैं, इसको मिनिमाइज.
Blank page or mark?
Let's try it here. Okay. So what I was telling guys, sorry for the disturbance. I was saying that you have 1, 2, 3, then you have 3, 2, 1, and in the middle you have a number called 6. So these 3 are repeated and this one is not repeated, right? Our target is to find this, and we have to do it with the help of what? Bitwise operators. You can do it using many other methods, but right now we are thinking about bitwise. So just see, you remember the XOR operations, correct? In XOR what happened? It was same, then we got 0. If it was different, then we got 1, right? So guys, what I am trying to say here is, just think like this. The same elements are 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. So ultimately they will cancel out, and finally we will be left with our answer 6. Let us just do one thing. Let us take a dry run to understand more about it, okay? So I will create a new one. and here let's try to understand the same thing. Okay, so I have 1 2 3, then we have 6, then we have 3 2 1, right? And initially we have result equal to 0. So first of all, let's do one thing, let's write the same code in the IDE and then I will show you what actually is happening. Okay, so I will just say result is equal to result XOR ARR of that ith element, whatever it is. Now if I run this, just see the output. See, the element is 6, we got it, right? Because as I told, whenever we are doing the XOR operation here, in this case when you are doing this XOR operation, the 0 is XORed with all the numbers and finally we cancel out the common numbers or the repeated numbers and ultimately we are left out with this 6 number. Okay, that is what is happening. Now as I have showed you the code, now let me show you the dry run also, and you can see there is only one for loop, that's why it is called O of n time complexity or linear time complexity. Okay, so let's do one thing, let me go back to my paint and try to understand. We have 0 initially, right? So what we will do, just write 0 in binary, 0 0 0 0, and then we are taking 0 0 0 1. So I am taking up this one. Now do XOR. So you just know the principle, same 0 different 1, right? So this will yield you how much? 1. After that I have 2 now. So let's take 0 0 1 0, this is 2. Let me cancel it out. So let me just, can you just tell me what is the XOR for this one? This will be 3, right? 0 0 1 1. Here they are different. So this 3 I will just bring it here, 0 0 1 1, and let me take this 3 from here. So 0 0 1 1. Now you can see both the input bits are same, right? So in that case it will become 0. So ultimately it is 0 0 0 0. Now I have this 6. Let me take this 6 here, 0 1 1 0. 4 plus 2 6. So here you can see it will be 0 1 1 0. Okay. Now let's take this 3, 0 0 1 1. Let's do XOR again. So here it will be 0 1 0 1. Okay, so this 5 I will take it here, 0 1 0 1, and let's take this 2 from here. So this becomes 0 0 1 0. Let's do the XOR. So this becomes 0 1 1 1, and now I have this 1 here. So let's do one thing, 0 0 0 1. This is the binary for 1. Now if you see here, this is 0, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 0. So ultimately what is this? This is 8 4 2 1. So ultimately 8 is not there, 1 is not there, 4 plus 2 is 6. This is the binary of 6, and this is actually the number that we are searching for. Got it? This is how it is working, guys. So bitwise XOR operation, that is how we solve it in linear time complexity. Clear? So this is how it is working, right? I hope you have understood, guys. And if anyone is new to our channel, I request all of you to please like and share our videos and also subscribe to our channel, because that will really motivate us to bring more better content for you guys. And we are really trying hard to bring lots of competitive coding questions to you guys. Okay, and if you really like the effort that you are putting into our videos, please make sure you support us by subscribing to our channel and also sharing it with more and more of the friends and family that you know. Okay, that will be immense help for us, and it will hardly take just a simple click to subscribe to our channel, right? So thank you, and let's do one thing. Now let's move on to the next operator that we have in Bitwise, which is our Bitwise NOT operation. I said this is a very important one, so we'll do that now. Okay, so what I will do is I will take a different file here. So file new, don't save it. Let me just enlarge this. Okay, so here I have the black color, and in this let me take a different color from here. Okay, so bitwise NOT. Okay, So let's see how this is working. So according to the logical operators table, the NOT operation is very simple, right? If it is 0, it becomes 1. If it is 1, it becomes 0. So in that regard, what we can do is we can just say that suppose I have a number called 10. Okay, and if I convert it to the binary version, it will become 1 0 1 0. Guys, if you have not gone through the binary sessions, I just request you, I will give the link in the description also. Please make sure you follow them and watch them, then only you will understand it better. Okay, so here I have a binary number called 10, which I have taken like this, and according to this not truth table, if you just go about this, then you can see that 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0, just exactly the reciprocal of it, right? So in that case, what we can do is we can just say that this will become, if I do not of a, that will become 0 1 0 1. This is 10, this becomes 5, right? So this should be our answer. Now let's try this in our editor. So here I will just remove all these things and I will just say s out, not of, this is the symbol guys, the tilde symbol, okay, not of 10 I am writing. So technically we should be getting the answer as 5, right? But like this is a very important interview question, this is asked a lot of times in the interviews, and sometimes I will give you a very important scenario right now. Suppose there are only 5 vacancies in a company and there are 25 students in the college where the company has gone for the requirement. In that case, what happens is they cannot hire all of them, right? They only have requirement of 5 candidates. In that cases, they will ask this kind of questions. These are questions asked for screening the students, okay? Because they cannot take a bulk of students, they want a limited amount of candidates, that's why they do this. So now you can just see this. What should be the answer? Technically the answer should be 5 as we have seen here, right? But the answer actually is minus 11. See this guys, the answer is minus 11. Now here is the question that they mostly ask in the placement drives. Not of 10 should have given you 5, but not of 10 is actually giving you minus 11. So the question arises in two parts, A and B. Okay, why is the answer not 5? Why is the answer minus 11? Okay, these two are the questions that will be very frequently asked to you in the interviews, and guys, you have to be very clear about this. Maybe some of you might know the answer if you have learnt about complements and all, but if nobody knows this, let me just give you a brief idea about this, because this is a very important interview question guys. So let's try to just analyze this and try to understand this. Okay, so as I said, two parts, why not 5 and why minus 11, correct? This two are the parts. So I had I had 10 and I got minus 11. I should be theoretically at least getting 5 as the reverse, right? That is our task. Now just see this. Let's do one thing. Just remember one thing, your compiler, it is not that smart or intelligent, okay? What it does is, when we do this not operation, not of 10, at that time, what your compiler does, let's see, okay? We are getting minus 11, right? So minus 11 is the number. I will just take the absolute value, that is 11. Make sense? And after that, what I will do is, I will convert this thing to binary. So what is the binary for 11? 1 0 1 1, correct? After that, what is done? Just remember, this is what actually the compiler is doing in the back end, so that 10 is actually represented as 5. So here, let's do 1's complement. which becomes the exact reverse of this. So, this will be 0 1 0 0, fine. After that the compiler adds 1 1, okay. So, this is 1's complement plus 1, this two steps are done by the compiler in the back end, okay. So, here 1's complement plus 1, so this 1 is also binary, so it will be 0 0 0 1. Now, if you add them, this becomes 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 and this becomes 0 0 0. So, if you see properly guys, this is actually the binary of this number 5, clear. That is why theoretically this is what is stored by the compiler inside it, because the compiler does not understand negative, it does not understand what is reciprocal. So, in the back end it actually stores the data like this, clear. So, now this is the theoretical value, the theoretical value TV, theoretical value of not of 10 is 5. So, this is how you derive it, got it. And guys, one more thing, 1's complement plus 1 in programming is known as 2's complement, okay. Therefore, bitwise NOT operation is also known as the 2's complement operation, or it is also called as double negation. So, you might also get this in the question or the interviews like this, why is bitwise NOT known as 2's complement? So, 1's complement plus 1 is equal to 2's complement, that is why our bitwise NOT operation is also known as 2's complement, okay, fine. And now, how do you get this value? Because suppose you are getting this in the MCQ rounds. In MCQs, you are getting the question as not of 10 and you have options A, B, C and D. The options are pretty simple for you right now. And say suppose you have, sorry, 1 second, okay. Say suppose you have 2, you have 3, you have 4 and say you have minus 11. So, obviously, you have to choose this number only, right? This is the correct answer. How will you choose it? So, for that, just remember this formula. Whenever a number complement is given, the formula, the general rule for that particular number is minus of n minus 1. This is the general formula, guys. Please remember this, okay? For any competitive coding questions or for any interviews where you were technically answering this to the interviewer, please remember this, the not of any number is minus n minus 1. So, that means we had the number 10, so minus 10 minus 1, that is minus 11, okay. Now, say suppose, let us do one thing, let us take one more thing. So, let us verify this. Say suppose I have a number called 50, so it will be minus 50 minus 1 is equal to minus 51. Let us verify this once. See here, say rather than 50, let me write 100 only, okay, 190. So, it should be minus 191, right. So, let me just run this, so that you can verify for any kind of value. See here, we are getting 191, right. So, this is absolutely clear, I guess now. But say suppose we have a negative number in our equation, something like this. Let us take a different one, okay. So, let us change the color and yeah. Say as I said, I have 10, so it is minus 10 minus 1 is equal to minus 11. Say I have 50, this becomes minus 50 minus 1 is equal to minus 51. But what if the number only has negative sign in it directly? So, suppose I have minus 500. So, here it will become minus of, this minus will come from the formula. Let me just write down the normal formula, minus n minus 1, right. So, this number is minus, this is n, right. So, this becomes minus of minus 500 minus 1, that is 500 minus 1, that is 499. Clear now? So, just remember this general rule, not of n is equal to minus n minus 1. Make sense? So, this is how it is working, and for that we got minus 500 as 499. Let us verify this once. So, suppose here I am writing sorry, minus 500, and as I said, I have written minus 500 here. Let me just run this. and show it to you. We should get 499 as the answer. Clear now? Right? So guys, with this we have come to the complete end of all our bitwise operators from the beginning. So let me just give a brush up to you. We have covered our bitwise AND, we have covered OR, bitwise, then we have covered our NOT, we have covered XOR, we have covered left shift, we have covered right shift. So all the 6 bitwise operators we have covered already. Okay guys, if you have not gone through the early video, I will just give the link in the description. Please make sure you go through that and understand that properly. Okay, and so I think with this we can wind up, because I don't want to start any new topic right away. We can do it in the next session, and please stay tuned for Ashank's class that will be coming in the evening. Okay, so thank you for watching and hope you like this. If you like this, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified about the latest updates. Thank you guys. So with this I wind up. Thank you. Bye bye and